See?
I'm here.
That's what I like.
There it is. Well, as long as you like it.
That's all that's important.
Sully, little Tommy, Rusty Nailz on the air. Good to have you.
Oh, good golly.
How was your week, by the way?
Well, other than chipping my clavicle
I heard about that.
while body surfing.
Are you doing any sort of fitness routine yourself? I see you online all the time.
Well, you know,
walking around and usually with
Good-looking
people.
well,
to say that.
I was gonna say.
I obviously have to lose a couple pounds, and yes, I've been hiking a lot with some of my friends, but the problem I'm having is after I hike, I go home
and eat a pizza?
I go eat a pizza.
Yeah.
So I got to cut out and
Well,
start eating clean.
I drink clean. And I know that if you're on a keto diet, tequila is perfectly acceptable on that diet.
Cool.
Did you know that?
Have you ever
Yes, I did.
you ever been an athlete of any kind? Like,
Oh, Bob.
tell me.
When I was playing in the NFL, no, I've never. I tried out for several things, but no, I'm not. It takes a lot of
did
work.
you play high school sports?
A lot of work.
You know what? I was a standout in Pop Warner.
Were you really?
Would you stand out over there when the
That's
rest
where
of
it ended. Great to have you along today. We have a huge show today.
Yes.
We have Jagger and Kristi, longtime radio veterans, and I hear there's some trivia about you and Jagger and Kristi. Is that?
I guess.
Is that?
There's a connection. There's a connection.
I bulk erased my hard drive years ago.
You can't remember?
Well, they have a dog too, and I love when people bring their pets because I love dogs.
And we have two mystery guests coming up, and one is standing by right now via Zoom. We're going to get to that mystery guest in a couple minutes.
But
and
first,
I can't
can I
wait.
tell you my good friend?
Go.
And one of the people that I look up to in music the most, and I beg her to play with me as often as I can. She played with me, shared the stage with us at Kaboo.
Yeah.
She's one of the most talented musicians on the planet, and this year's, if I'm not mistaken, Artist of the Year for San Diego Music Awards.
Yes.
It is Rebecca Jade in studio.
Yes.
OMG.
OMG,
And
hi.
of course, John, doesn't everyone in the world know John from Atomic Groove, Rebecca Jade, the Rolling Stones, U2,
Always.
and all the big bands. John, good to have you, dude. Good to have you. Can you, first of all, can you just give us a little taste of something right now?
Little,
I wish I made a left and not a right, so that I wouldn't be awake all night. I wish that I could turn back the hands of time, stop it on a dime and set things right. But there's no about face, you only get to choose one way. Easy to get off track. Tomorrow is unnamed, I'm gonna stake my claim, and there's no looking back. We can't rewrite this. Ooh, dust will settle down, yeah. But all I really want now, ooh, is to turn around. It's not simple like an hourglass. Soon as it's over, then it's just the past. No sense in dwelling on the fallen sands. And if you're falling, better learn to land. Something about today, something in the sky. Everywhere I look, I see your eyes.
Wow. Is that one of your own?
Look at
Is that
that.
one of yours? Oh my goodness.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's an
dynamic
original.
duo. Absolutely.
You know, you can go to Spotify, you can go to Apple Music and everywhere else and find Rebecca Jade. And John, you make me feel like a worse guitarist every time. I mean, I have seen you play 1,000 times. See, when I'm on stage with Rebecca, I don't have to sing.
No.
And when I go watch John play, it's like I don't even want to pick up a guitar anymore, man. You just
Oh, my
kill.
God.
I have a message for Rebecca.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, Rebecca? Keep practicing because one day you may be on
you
stage.
might.
You may be on stage with Elton John or something like that.
So we're going to talk to you in a minute, but the last big gig you were at, I'm pretty sure was watched by 30 million people across, or maybe more.
Yes.
It was the Oscars, right?
Yes.
With
And
Elton.
who'd you play with?
I sang backups with Sir Elton John.
What the heck? Oh, we're blessed.
Well, that's when she's not touring with Sheila E. and whoever. I mean, we'll get to Rebecca's. We're going to have some time with her.
And I was quizzing John on those pedals because he's a great guitar player, but I always see him playing electric guitar. It's the first time I've seen him with an acoustic. Yeah. And I'm looking at him going, oh. Not only does he play tough notes, but he knows what they're called. That's a musician.
That's a great musician.
I keep looking down, it's because it's all written here.
Oh, I see. It's all on the floor.
It's all written on the floor.
Wow.
Play by numbers.
You've messed around with Atomic Crew before.
Yeah.
Like every time, I mean, I shouldn't say every time, a lot of times there's holidays, you're
Right.
on stage with them.
I come up as Count Dracula, no matter what.
I thought it was Buddy the Elf.
I do Buddy the Elf. I did Santa singing Sweet Home Alabama with him.
Did you guys see our live stream event that we did for San Diego Food Bank? Little Tommy, we pulled up, and little Tommy did a solo of How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. We kind of we did the whole Sully Groovement thing that we did.
I jammed with John before.
You did?
Yes, on stage.
Does he know?
Yes, I jammed with the whole band.
Did he know you were behind him?
Did you know he was on the side stage?
I did Some Kind of Wonderful on stage.
Because Tommy's famous for that.
He's got that.
A little overbite going.
Got to get the lip.
But you have chops. I don't know why you don't do this more. I know how much you enjoy it.
When I was 16, I used to know how to play, but not anymore.
Wow.
But Rebecca Jade, she's going to be playing throughout the whole show.
That's right.
When we finally get a live crowd in here, when the whole COVID stuff is through,
I think that's a year.
Oh no! Shut up!
I don't want to say it's a year, but don't you think it's a year?
I think it's November 5th.
November 4th.
It's coming right around the corner is all I'm thinking.
Regardless who's in it, it ends after the election.
One of our shows in the past, I started a stupid contest. Write us a joke, and we'll give you tickets to come see us do a live show. Well, the only joke that came in is one guy, and here's the joke. I have to tell you because that's the way it is. A guy says, "Doc, help! I'm addicted to Twitter," and the doctor says, "Sorry, I don't follow you." Okay.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah. And this is the only Halloween where the scariest people will be the ones without a mask. I just wrote that one, so I'm in.
Good.
Okay, I got a question. Do you know how many emails we got last week from our mystery guest, Jeff Prescott?
40.
No, I mean, honest to goodness, we have hundreds of emails.
I love this.
Well, because Jeff Prescott, of course, was one of the biggest names in radio here in San Diego. Of course, the News Brothers and Berger and Prescott and
Prescott and
Nailz. I was getting there.
Thank you.
Should have been Nailz.
Should have started there.
Idiot. But the point is, and of course, his dad formed the Archies.
I know it.
So can we make this a regular bit now?
Yeah, we have
mystery guest.
We have another mystery guest right now via Zoom. Let's guess. Rebecca, you're going to play too. We're going to ask this mystery guest yes or no questions to figure out who it is. This person on the phone, he or she is loved by all of San Diego.
Well, it's me and Russ.
So let's bring up the audio. Let's bring up the audio.
Audio's up on our mystery.
And Sully, you start first. Ask this mystery guest a yes or no question to try to guess who it is.
Okay.
Fast.
All right. So, are you I'm assuming it's a celebrity, right? Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, you're radio, television, sports, or business?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
That's a yes.
Okay.
All right.
Have you ever? I don't know. Do you surf?
Yes.
Wow.
All right,
Can you say more than one?
Yes or no question, Rebecca.
Are you specifically, if you surf, are you specifically an athlete?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Let me ask a question.
No. You know who it is.
Is it that Machado guy?
Is it? No, it's Machado guy. Are you a professional? Were you or are you a professional football player?
No.
Good, because we don't like Chargers anymore. How about like field hockey or another? Did you play professional sports other than football here in San Diego?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, I missed it.
Were you a professional baseball player?
Yes.
Were you in the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay, that narrows
Do
down.
you play guitar?
All right.
Are you a World Series champion?
Oh, geez.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. Do you and I have a common friend?
Possibly.
Dude, that's pretty vague.
Well, no, because I got a friend who says, "Oh, he's my best friend."
Are you good old number 12, Steve Finley?
Yes.
What?
Ah, there he is.
No way.
Steve Finley.
Look at him.
Do we have him? There he is. What's up? Oh my God, I was
There
such
he
a
is.
huge fan of yours, man. I can't even tell you. You guys, you were in the glory years of San Diego Padre baseball
Yes.
with Ken Caminiti, Trevor Hoffman,
The walk-off king.
the walk-off kid. Great to have you. You know who our mutual friend is Greg Todoroff from iHeartMedia. Greg Todoroff and
Oh yeah, absolutely. We Greg and I just did a beach run. Tommy, you talking about you getting in shape? We just did a beach run Monday. We both decided to partner up to try to get back in shape, and my legs forgot what it was like to run, and they hate me right now.
Well, yeah. What are you doing right now besides sitting in your Montana resort there, whatever the heck?
on the set of Yellowstone.
That's what it is.
Right. Well, I do a little stand-up paddle, play a lot of golf. Still work for the Padres, although not this year because of COVID.
Yeah.
But stay busy. I work for Morgan Stanley, helping athletes with their finances, help them, give them some financial education.
Boy, financial literacy for athletes is something that's so sorely needed.
Absolutely.
I want to say this about
Steve.
Steve Finley. In 1998, Steve Finley and Wally Joyner called me on the phone and said, "Hey, Tommy."
Such a name dropper. Can't
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me a Steven.
Well, I don't
Hank
even know
Stram
him.
called me
Lose
up.
our
He
number.
said, "Hey, Tommy, that Christmas thing you do, I know you pick one
Breaking
family."
and entering.
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, I know you pick one family on the air. What do you do with the other faxes at the time?"
Wow.
And I go, "We don't do anything with them." And he said, "Give them to me."
Okay.
And ever since that year in 1998, Steve Finley and his family take care of many families off the air. Ever
Nice.
since,
No kidding.
every year. Yes, so thank you,
Now,
Steve.
Tommy, that was supposed to be anonymous, but he keeps bringing this up.
Anonymous.
Yes.
That's got to be your middle name.
We call it Secret Santa, obviously, and we try to keep it that way. And it's been great. I mean, it brings a lot of joy at that time of the year. It hopefully brings a lot of joy to families we deliver to, and brings a lot of joy to us to be able to do it.
How about for you, a lot of joy? Where did that come from? Like one play you're going to remember from all your years of playing. Is it the walk-off grand salamis you've done a couple times, or
Was it
what?
Russ falling over the railing to try to steal a ball?
Was it ball girl Nina down on third base? What was the highlight of your career?
For me, well, two things, really. Actually, three, if you want to. Two of them together, the walk-off grand slams, both with the Padres and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The Dodger one put us in the playoffs, but winning the World Series with Arizona, that was a big highlight.
Look at that one. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
There's a salami for the
That's a
Pods.
big hit. Oh, man, I remember.
And I bet you remember the day of the week for the Padres when you hit that grand slam.
That was a Friday. Kevin Brown pitched against Andy Benes.
Oh, Kevin Brown. That was a great.
That was such a
matchup.
great team. So was
I
it
just
as
got a
fun
little
off the
shiver.
field as it was on the field for the rest of us? Because you guys look like you're having a great time.
Oh, we were a great team. Great personalities on that team. We all got along. That's how you win.
Yeah.
You can put a lot of great players together, but if the personalities don't mix, it's hard to win. So we had a great mix, a bunch of great guys. We hung out off the field as well as on, and I think that's what made us good, and that's what made us a special team.
I've got a really important question. Is that Peloton bike back there just a clothes hanger, or are you actually getting on that thing?
I don't have a good relationship with that.
We're breaking it off. Wow. Well, this appearance should put you right over the top. Endorsements are on their way, I'm certain.
Steve. So with COVID and baseball and obviously the, just the modified entire sports season, what do you think going forward, baseball and professional sports looks like in the years to come? Because obviously this is going to change us like 9/11 changed the way we travel. Let's say the magic wand comes out, there's a vaccine, we're back to normal, and let's say a year goes by. There's still things that are in baseball now that are never going to change because of COVID. What's your opinion on all that?
Right now they're experimenting with a DH. Obviously, no fans in the stand. That's going to have to change at some point if baseball is going to be successful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a vaccine is a big thing. You can't keep players in a bubble for their whole career. So, I hope this thing finds a way to leave the society and be gone and not be endemic. So we see it every year. For baseball needs fans in the stands. I mean, these guys love playing. I mean, part of the reason I've loved playing was all the people there that you get to play in front of, the loudness of the crowd. you can pump fake noise all you want in there, but players want to see fans in the stands.
Right.
And this team that we have right now in San Diego, I'm dying to go watch them play.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody's getting their chance to watch them on TV, which is great.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping at some point this year, maybe the playoffs will allow some fans back in. But right now, it's going to be an interesting year. I don't know what the future holds. I don't think anybody does. It's going to be like it is right now, a day at a time.
I think one thing's for sure: no more spitting. That's going to be a penalty or something right there. Yeah.
Oh my God, no more shooting back. Steve Finley joins us on the air. Steve Finley,
Yes.
when it's safe, we want you to get you in studio here, man. Thank you so much.
Good
for
old
the time.
number 12.
And once again, Tommy Sablon's Black Book delivers because
Steve Finley.
mystery guest. Now,
I love Steve Finley.
And
I
he
do
can come
too.
in.
He
You
was
say-
my favorite player. Him and Kim Caminetti together
Yeah.
were just unbelievable.
King Caminetti,
But
my
when
daughters.
Trevor Hoffman comes, I'm going to say he's my favorite player.
We do have another mystery guest later on
Now?
in the show.
Now?
Later
Oh.
on in the show. Later on in the show.
Okay.
All right, very good.
And I do have another joke later on in the show.
Do you are you a guy that goes and watches baseball? Like, do you go to the games? And do you stay?
You know-
and if you do you stay more than 3 innings? Because I'm going to say right now, Tommy goes, shakes hands, kisses
A few babies.
and then
Third
flashes a
inning.
flash, just like you. I've
Yeah.
seen you guys there.
I've done that.
Yeah, hey, it's Russ T. Hey, it's little Tommy.
Best-
And then you bail.
Best memories ever going to the games. I
But
mean,
you
even at the
stay,
old,
though,
even at the
nowadays.
old stadium when Dave Winfield was right field.
Yeah.
Getting
Nate
those old-
Colbert.
Yeah, and getting those old
Gary
cheap-
Templeton.
Getting those old cheap seats, and Dave Winfield would walk by.
Sixto
and wave.
Lescano.
Man, it was so cool. Yes, baseball. Is
How
everything.
about Billy Cowan? Now, this
All right.
was a center
1965
fielder.
call.
It was. It was when they played in the Green Stadium in Mission Valley.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
was that one called? I forget.
The Green Stadium in Mission Valley.
No, it was Westgate. I
That's
think
right.
It's called
It was,
Westgate
yeah, C.
Field.
Arnold Smith.
That's
put it
old.
up.
That's old school.
No, it was.
It's very old. My
that's
sister
old
was a
school.
babysitter, and I know
Yeah.
that the kids are watching now too for Billy Cowan's kids. Billy Cowan, center
All
field
right.
for the pod. That's how far I go back.
Rebecca Jade and John, will you guys play us out here in the commercial break? We're going to bring Rebecca down in the next break.
Talk to her.
Here we go. On the air. Is on the air.
Billy Ray was a preacher's son, and when his daddy was busy, come along. When they gathered around, started talking. That's when Billy would take me walking. Through the backyard we go walking. Then he'd look into my eyes. Lord knows, to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Ooh, yes, he was. Give me one reason to stay here, or I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, or I'll turn right back around. Said I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind.
Getting me. John Harford on guitar, Rebecca Jade.
Wow.
Can you come down here?
What a combo.
Of course.
Can you believe that?
Rebecca.
Can you do a little play on music, John? You a little walk on music there?
Well, here he goes.
There she is.
Look at that.
Wow. And John is so directable too. I like that about him.
What's up, gang?
Rebecca down at the big bar with the boys.
I love it. I love it. Where's my martini?
Nice. Well,
Hey, Rebecca, I want to say this. The silhouette we just saw you walking down,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was looking for when I was watching the Academy Awards. When I heard you were going to be on stage with Elton John, I just looked and I saw the silhouette of your hair. And I go, there she is. That's Rebecca
kidding.
Jade.
Yeah.
And I go, and I was so proud of you.
Thank
and
you.
I'm thinking to myself, how did a girl from San Diego get that phone call to play with Elton John?
Well, have you heard her sing?
Well, yeah. But how was it? Was it a phone call?
Well, I mean, sort of, but I got the gig from Lynn Mabry, who I sing backups with Sheila E. We both sing backups with Sheila, and Lynn was actually one of the original singers on the soundtrack for that song that we did. And so one of they wanted to bring back for the show the same 3 singers who recorded on the album. One gal couldn't do it, the soprano, which I'm like a soprano sort of. And Lynn's like, hey, we've been singing together for like 3 years, and she said, hey, I think you'd be great for this. So I said,
you were?
Yeah, can
Hell
I?
yes.
Let me think about it.
What was the process? Did you have to was there a practice, or are you that good where it's like just sing this?
Oh no, it was honestly I did not expect this, but it was really cool to see the back end of it because it was 5 days of preparation for
the
one
behind the scenes was
song.
a 5-day deal.
For one for
See that, people?
It's
not
lot.
easy. You
It's
have to
not
practice
easy.
a lot. You have to practice.
Yeah.
Can I just say congratulations on Artist of the Year for the San Diego
Thank
Music
you.
Awards,
Thank
because
you
that was
very
a
much.
huge one. And I remember that night was interesting because we've been involved in San Diego music together for a long time,
Yeah.
I know we were super looking forward to playing together on stage and
Yeah.
stuff,
I
and
know.
because of
It's gonna
Cuz
happen.
COVID, hashtag Cuz COVID. But it didn't dilute it at all for you. You had a great feature in the UT.
Thank you.
There's other opportunities happening. I saw a music video that I thought I saw Jason Mraz in, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. That's
Talk
right.
about what you're doing now.
Okay, so that's going to be a new single that's coming out that I was contacted by a friend, another San Diego artist, Veronica May, and she's like, just with the whole climate of everything happening, she's like, I really want to do this song. I would really like to have the voice, she's white. She said, I need the voice of people of color. So she reached out to me. She already had Jason on the project. She reached out to myself and a spoken word like hip hop artist named Mickey Vale, and so the four of us are the featured artists on this song, and it's just kind of food for thought.
What
so that
song
song's
do
gonna
you
be coming
like
out.
that I would go, really? That's weird.
Like one that she sings?
No, one that you just like hearing, that maybe you wouldn't perform, but you just like that type of music.
Like the Archies?
I love Amadeus, like the whole
Really? The
yeah.
soundtrack?
Yeah, from the movie Amadeus. That's one of my favorites.
Wow,
is that
see?
whole
I would
classical?
not expect that.
Really, yeah.
It was about 7 years ago. I was at a casino.
Yeah.
And
Imagine
they introduced a band.
on black.
And they go, ladies and gentlemen, Siren's Crush.
Oh.
I remember Siren's Crush.
There were 3 girls that just killed it. And I remember thinking to myself, wow. And not only can you guys sing, all 3 of you, you guys were dancing and everything. And I just said to myself, why isn't Siren's Crush like crushing it on the charts? But then soon after that, you're jamming with Sheila E.
Yeah.
Man.
It's people. Funny enough, I get that question, the one about why aren't you blah blah blah.
Well, yeah,
We get
why
that a
aren't you
lot,
blah, blah, blah?
because it's a lot of, it's hard work. It doesn't just show up to
Well, wait
for
a second.
people.
I know you, and you work hard.
I do.
But what's interesting, what people don't understand is there's a fair amount of luck in this business.
Absolutely.
Because look at, and I use you as an analogy all the time when I talk about, just because we play a lot, and we get out there a lot, and we get some opportunities, and all of a sudden, I tell my guys all the time, we can't get arrested out of San Diego.
Right.
San Diego, we're pretty popular, but I said, look at Rebecca Jade. Rebecca Jade has an international appeal, and you've been on an international stage with international artists, but that isn't enough. There's that one little thing that's going to, and I know it's going to happen for you.
Overnight
I think
success
everybody knows it's going to happen
after
for you.
25 years. Yeah.
That's right. That's how it is.
I'm thinking you're already successful.
Well, she is successful, but she needs to be like Lady Gaga
And there's
successful with her talent.
thank you. And there's a level of like, I just had this discussion with somebody recently. It's like what your idea is of success.
Yeah,
It's like I'm grateful. I think for me, my idea of success at some point, at some level, is that I'm able to do this for a living.
Yes.
Without having to
That's
do a 9 to
perfect.
5, right?
Almost better not being famous
In a
and still
way,
making
that's
a living.
true.
Well, but
So-
what people don't know about you, though, is that I know that you are just as happy performing right there to 7 of us as you are in performing to 50,000 people in a stadium with Sheila E. or in front of hundreds of millions with Elton John. I know you because you just dig doing it, right?
Yeah, I love performing, period. So whoever is willing to listen and loves music and I can connect with.
Gee, well, you better put it back to work.
Rebecca Jade. Yeah, get up there. Sing us one more thing around the way out.
You got
it. You got
it.
it.
John, take it away. Wow, that is cool, though. Back
Isn't that
up for Sir Elton John. That alone.
I think Elton John just happened to be singing when Rebecca was on stage because
that
he
how it
was
goes?
backing her up.
Watch this magic.
Rebecca.
On the air, San Diego, Rebecca Jade. And of course, John over there.
New York, leaves change, street sign silhouettes staring at the same old ghost, cold coast, winter seems to enter at the corner of your bones. I'm close, too close, sleep another obstacle, and when I miss you most, see you in dreams, haunt me with memories that weren't meant to be, and all the things you try to hide are all the things they try to find, yeah. And I retrace my, maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more they stay the same, the more things seem to change. Don't you think it's strange, girl? Put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Yeah, put your head on.
Yeah!
Rebecca Jade.
I can only dream of singing that good.
We were talking on the break. Ask your Oscar question.
You know, when you played with Elton John on the stage of the Academy Awards, lights are on you, millions and billions of people watching. Were you able to see the celebrities watching you?
Yes, but I chose to not look at them.
Why? Would that make you more nervous?
Yeah, so I looked at literally the aisle where you walk to sit at your seats.
Right.
That's what I was looking at.
So talking to celebrities at our level is really not a problem.
He's looking right at you.
I got you. Yeah.
But it's like Kevin Costner's there, Denzel Washington's there.
Right.
Like
I was
Bradley
looking at the
Cooper.
aisle. Yep.
And you got.
I knew
Meryl
they were
Streep.
there because we saw the names earlier, a couple days prior.
I want to hear about after parties later too. There's got to be some great ones.
Oh well,
Rebecca
no,
Jade.
not for me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Tequila a little bit.
Yes.
Why don't you do the intro for the next guest?
You know, I've known these guys for probably over 20 years, and they are one of the most successful morning shows and afternoon shows in San Diego history. Ladies and gentlemen, Jagger and Kristi from Magic 92.5.
Together.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm glad you two are
You
together.
brought the shop dog.
We did.
You brought the shop dog.
That's Bodie.
Bodie. I love
You might want a beer.
Bodie wants a beer.
He already had one.
Bodie wants a beer.
You know, I hope you heard my introduction. I said one of the most successful morning shows and afternoon shows in San Diego history, Jagger and Kristi.
Oh,
You know, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. But where are they? Where are they?
Yeah, they're here.
That's us.
When did you guys start?
Oh my gosh.
Like here in San
What
Diego.
story do we wanna
not
tell?
when you started, but here in San Diego. I was talking over. I was thinking like 87, 88.
No.
Or was that past
Wow,
that?
you got us going
No?
way back.
No, I wasn't even doing it then.
Yes, you were. I was in college when you were
You're
there.
about 10 years too early.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you come to San Diego?
95.
95.
Yeah. I was here a little bit before then. I came in 90. Oh
Okay.
God, that
Working
sounds...
radio in 90 though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was at Z90 way back in the day.
I started when I was 12.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Not if you know, people may not know, but you guys are married.
Yes.
We're married.
Jagger and Kristi.
We're married.
Jagger.
Oh yeah,
What's
this
the other
one.
one? The other hand.
So
The other finger.
when did you come and what station did you start at?
I started at, you remember a small station called KCBQ?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez.
Shotgun Tom, everybody.
Say it right.
KCBQ.
Here.
But it was on the FM back then, and it was in Santee, and it was just awesome. I would drive
Legendary.
down that hill and the towers, and you go down in there, and there was the old KCBQ building. They had a bomb shelter and a studio built in the bomb shelter. I'm not sure what they thought was going to happen.
Right.
But if something happened, I guess they were looking at 2020 way back then.
Yeah.
If they had a bomb shelter, you go right in there. So that's where I started. And
Well, he called that his Disneyland job.
So I'm doing, they wanted me to audition on the weekends, so it's a Saturday night. So I'm doing Saturday nights. I used my brother's name, Jay. I called J. Bo Jones, I think is what I went by. Because I just
J-Bo Jones.
Yeah.
I thought you
Everybody.
J-Bo Summers.
J-Bo.
No, that was way back. But so I'm on the air and the phone rings, the hotline. I'm like, oh crap! I'm like 2 hours
did it,
in.
yeah.
I pick up the phone and I'm go hello, and he goes, who's this? And I go, it's J. Bo Jones. And he goes, what are you doing there? And I'm like, oh crap, where am I? Because I don't know. And I said, oh, I'm auditioning for a job. And they go, well, they better give you that job.
Oh.
I go, who's this? This is Shotgun Tom.
Oh, you better believe it, baby.
Wow.
Oh, man.
story.
From the mountain, he calls.
I could have retired.
Now, Kristi, now it's 1990.
Well, I came here from Wisconsin, from Milwaukee,
I couldn't tell.
Wisconsin.
I know.
After all these years, but I don't say car and barn anymore.
No, you really do.
All right, wait till you hear me when I get off the phone with my family. We met, and while he was doing his KCBQ thing, I was working at 92.5, The Flash.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And he had already started at Star 100.7 in January of '96.
And you guys don't know each other, or do you?
Well, we do.
Yeah,
This is our big
All right, well,
reveal.
hold the story there. Hold the story there because this is, talk radio. This is how you get.
Is this a tease?
Yeah.
Tease. I don't know.
We're going to hold them through the break.
And then they sit in the driveway.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate compliment when they say, you had me sitting in the driveway with all this commercials. Jagger and Kristi, here we go. Rebecca Jade with us today. Unbelievable. Really stoked about it. Stand by. More about it coming up.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh yeah, don't worry, no about a thing.
Why?
Whoa, cause every little thing, say what, is gonna be alright. You know it. I rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds,
1, 2, 3.
pitched by my doorstep.
Get off of my doorstep.
Singing sweet songs.
Rebecca Jade, always good to have you, honey. So I have to ask, I think, and everybody asks you this question, by the way. Did you guys meet in San Diego in Belmont Park and fell in love at the Red Onion and then got married, right?
Jagger. It's the Jagger and Kristi.
Did Tommy tell you that?
Isn't that how it works?
I was actually working at the Red Onion at the time. She came in. No, I ran into Kristi and I thought, 2 things happened. I thought, this is the girl I'm probably going to marry.
What?
And he liked my cowboy boots.
And I liked her cowboy boots.
From Wisconsin.
And I said, and she probably, I think, she'd be fun on the radio together. So I actually, when I was at Star and she was working at the Flash, I told my boss, because he said, we want to do traffic in-house. And that means they wanted to have telling you the traffic, somebody who worked at the station instead of a company doing it. And I said, I think I have a girl that could do traffic. And he said, who? And I said, well, she's at the Flash right now.
And he gave her the hotline. So Tracy Johnson called me on the hotline at 92.5 The Flash and said, hey, would you be interested in doing traffic over here? And it was just so surreal.
What year is this now?
This is 1996, June of 1996. And I quit The Flash and I went over to Star in June of 1996.
And got married.
He was the pirate boy.
Yeah.
And all the girls dug him.
No, Joe Bo. What was it again? Joe Bob.
J-Bo Jones. That's old.
That was the other one.
That was the
There's
other
that one.
yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
From 1997 to 2005, the Jeff and Jerry Show were with you.
Heard of them?
Yes.
We were at Star 100.7.
Yeah.
I believe that lineup during that time at Star 100.7 was the best ever.
It was stellar.
I agree. It was
Because
it was sort of like we always thought about it. We would go in and we would say it's Monday, and we've been doing so much stuff. Let's just kind of cruise this week.
Tracy would be like, just back
cruise.
off,
By Tuesday,
Yeah.
there would be a million clicks for. Remember that?
Yeah,
or there'd
everything.
be Becky's house, or there'd be something
Yes.
else.
Lips on Marathon, the World Till You Hurl.
Everything. The flags.
The
Yes.
flags.
We had the Jeff and Jerry Show in the morning
Yeah.
at
Okay,
that
well,
time.
yeah.
Start out
and we
slow.
had Anita Rush.
Anita Rush.
Yeah.
And sometimes Greg.
And sometimes Greg. They
And
teamed them up
then
at the end.
Afternoons, Jagger and Kristi.
Right.
Yes.
And then
There was the new guy. The new guy.
came in, Michael Steele.
He was
with
in
a
there
guy
for a while.
named Chachi.
Chachi,
Chachi.
which we stole to be our producer.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's how radio works.
Yeah.
It was like
fun.
it was like riding a rocket. It really
Yes.
was. It was like riding a rocket with no controls.
Yeah.
You just sat in it and it took off, and it was amazing.
And today, you're at Magic 92.5, Jagger and Kristi in the morning. You have a producer named Sam.
Yes.
And
She's over there.
Sam must be-
here.
Sam, say something.
That's all we need is a silhouette. That's fine.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of producing, just got to put this right here.
Oh, look at that.
Did you guys know
I'm sorry.
that Tommy is
What
the
is-
only Hall of Fame, Radio Hall of Fame
We
producer?
kind of heard something about that.
Personally.
Yeah.
Because he texts you that every day.
That's right.
But I want to say this. You're at Magic 92.5, and I obviously look at the ratings all the time for the last several years, and you guys are always on top. How do you guys maintain top ratings through the decades?
Well, it's really hard. I mean, radio doesn't really market like they used to. So we pretty much have to market ourselves, as does everybody, on the show. And social media obviously helps with that.
Yeah.
But I think for us, it's connecting with our listeners.
Well, but you're married. I mean, you know, I'm just thinking, how do you ever get off work and like, just shut up? Would you shut up?
She goes to the mall. I go outside and sit.
Golf is good too.
Yeah,
There's
golf,
5
yeah.
hours in
Yeah.
two separate places.
Don't have a problem with it, you know, and it's funny because through the years, we're going to be celebrating our 23rd wedding anniversary this month.
Holy mackerel.
Remember the fake wedding? You married us.
I married you.
You
married us.
He's asking. I married you? Do you remember this?
In front of KFMB, you married us, and Hank Bauer was our best man.
Well,
No, really, you did. It was really did. It was a great. You did a great job.
thank you.
Clearly. It's stuck.
It's time.
I'll be honest. When we really got married for real, it was sort of a letdown because you were so good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm available, by the way.
Okay,
for
good.
weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Want to renew those? Want to renew the vows here?
Hey, you two like each other? Then go ahead, start kissing. There you go. Get out of here.
I have a question. So I know for all of us, it's been different in radio and television during COVID. Are you broadcasting from home? Are you broadcasting in studio? How's that working?
Yeah, here's the weird thing: is sometime in like December, for whatever reason, I said I think I need a studio at home. So I started grabbing equipment and stuff, and I think the studio got finished in February. It was late February.
Yeah, he was putting. We got a bunch of free soundboards from the station next door to us that went out of business.
Sound-
They came and said,
soundproofing,
"Hey, take
not
what you want."
soundboards.
So he's over there, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what is he gonna haul into my garage?"
Yeah.
And sure enough, like 18 panels of sound, and he every weekend he was cutting it to fit,
Sure.
and literally got it done. And all of a sudden, we started hearing about the COVID. So we got our studio done. So we've been broadcasting home for 4 days out of the week. And then
Jagger the Oracle.
He knows.
He knew back in December. Jagger the
I
Oracle.
could have told you something was coming.
Jagger Kristi, awesome.
Like a squirrel getting nuts and berries.
Let's talk about some of your favorite bits. You have a mystery guest coming
Mystery
up?
guest coming
Play
up.
mystery guest with us.
Wow.
A little bit of Rebecca Jade on the way.
Diamond light, lover boy. We move in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Down around the corner, a half a mile from here, you see them long trains running, and you watch them disappear without love.
I think Tommy couldn't resist on that one.
Where would you be now? Yeah, without love.
You gonna have her sign that guitar? I think you gotta have her
I
sign.
have the Doobie Brothers right here. Doobie Brothers. Doobie Brothers.
Mick Jagger on there?
Of the Doobie Brothers? No.
Must have been the jacket then.
Yeah. We could just put Jagger on there, and people would just think, huh?
I'll sign it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to move like Jagger.
Jagger on there.
Was your born name, is your given name Jagger?
It's my middle name.
Middle
Really?
name. That's your
We're
real
the
middle name?
Hansons.
So you had the hair before it was cool to have that hair, and you had the name
We're the
Jagger.
Hansons.
It's scary, isn't it? Although I was the uncoolest kid you've ever seen.
There's no
so-
way.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had the
No,
cool, he had the
reason
cool
grew
hair.
His hair out was because he had cancer and he lost all his hair and
Cue ball.
What?
Yeah.
yeah,
But
The cancer's gone?
cancer in his 20s.
Gone.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And-
my
Oh my
20s.
God.
Plus
He-
my eyebrows and everything. It was
Well,
fascinating.
that's a good look.
So he's
Yeah,
a
I know.
survivor, and I
Halloween.
think the hair is part of his survivordom.
Wow.
So for you guys, what is it like every single day? Russ alluded to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at Russ and I've been on the air together for 25 years. I've been like we want to kill each other.
But I get away from them.
Yeah.
I go home to a
Here's
different
some behind the
address.
scenes of me and Russ.
I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of it eating candy.
I'm telling you, I think if you guys, and I'm just saying, if you just spent a night and slept together, you probably wouldn't yell at each other.
Not passed out in the same location.
Let me put that down here.
That's our secret.
So, but do you guys get, is your house built like a barbell? So you have two areas and the place you meet in the middle? You have alone time?
I
or-
mean, okay, so we get along.
Yeah.
We're best friends. It was just that way from the very beginning. It was like, and that's how it works. And it's funny because through the years, we've had a lot of people come up to us and say, oh, if I work with my wife or my husband, we'd kill each other.
Yeah.
And then we have other people that come up to us and say, you know, we work together and it works out great.
It's like a secret
Yeah.
society.
So I think either it does or it doesn't. For us, it does. We have our ways of getting our own separate space, doing our own things.
And people say, do you ever argue? Well, I would say the only time we argue is when we're at work. It's always at work.
Well, no kidding.
And then
on air.
Because she's professional, I'm professional. I have a way I want to do it. She has a way she wants to do it.
We've learned a lot from each other over the years, though. We don't even argue that much at work anymore.
not really,
But
no.
you know, one relationship thing that I will say is that we've never called each other a name. And we know people who
Here, I got a
are
list.
married that call each other names when they argue.
We'll start working on a couple for you.
We just never have. And I
that's
think
great.
that is a good, solid thing in a relationship is to always be respectful.
Well, congratulations on all your success, Jagger and Kristi.
Thank
now,
you.
I don't know if you know this, but I invented a radio thing called Mystery Guest.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you did.
Hold on, let me get the music.
That does not surprise me.
Hey, it's time to play Mystery Guest. We do have a mystery guest on the phone.
Okay, here we go. So can I bring him up, Jared? You ready to
Voice
go?
only.
Mystery guest, here we go. Here we go. Mystery guest.
Mystery guest, are you there?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Can you get me?
Okay, we got the mystery guest. Okay, so who wants to do the first question?
What's your name?
No, you
Oh,
can't.
okay. Well, I thought I'd get
I was
to
going to ask that.
cut to the quick. Are you a professional athlete?
I am a professional.
I
He's a
wouldn't know.
professional.
Do you live in San Diego?
Okay.
I live in San Diego, have worked in San Diego for 33 years.
Do you have a restaurant?
No,
Kristi.
Do we work with you?
we were in the same building multiple times.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm right.
Do you know who it is?
Joe Lindsay.
No.
No.
I think it's.
Are you television, radio, or athletic?
I am television, radio, and internet.
Have I made fun of your hair in public?
Yes, and I've probably insulted you too.
Who is it?
You got
All right,
it?
here we go.
You
Now
got
this
it.
is-
You got it. Who is it?
I can't tell you.
Here we go.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery guest is right there.
Oh, it's Lee Hacksaw Hamilton.
the best hair in all of sports broadcasting.
I had an inkling of the
Lee.
voice. You were faking it a little bit, though, weren't you?
Sports icon.
I want to talk sports with you.
Topics on the
Out
table.
of the Canadian Rockies. You're right. I am bleeping brilliant.
Do you know what the best part about Lee Hacksaw Hamilton was when I first got in radio?
Oh, yeah.
I always thought that you had to be all sequestered in your studio. Lee Hacksaw Hamilton would leave his door open, wide open, every time you broadcasted, right, Lee? You never shut your door.
Thunders down the hall.
Air conditioning, that's why.
He is the hardest.
I've known Jagger and Kristi for 1,000 years, and I will tell you, Jagger, you outkicked your coverage when you landed her, and Kristi, you ought to be a saint to tolerate that.
That's a
We are so correct.
A little saint-like.
You are so correct.
professional analogy.
Do you know what my favorite Charger years were? Was when Lee Hacksaw Hamilton was calling the Charger games.
94.
Laz and Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. I don't remember who the third chair was then at that point. I can't remember, but it was some great times. What are you doing now? What are you doing with yourself? I know you're online. I hear you online all the time.
I think the correct industry phrase is between jobs.
I see you're reading books.
I'm doing stuff at KUSI. I do some sports commentary there.
Yeah.
I have a huge website, sports website. I've had for about a decade. It's leehacksawhamilton.com. It's all sports all the time. And if you liked my sports talk show on radio, you'll probably like my website. And if you didn't like my sports talk show on radio, too bad for you.
From Baja to the Canadian Rockies, I want to talk sports with you. Oh my gosh.
And what kind of shampoo?
The phrases that we pulled out off the top of my head in radio, you know, we used to get into wars with the Raider fans, and you guys will probably remember this. Raider Nation out of jail, on bail, call now. or a Raider fan and a stolen car with a stolen cell phone, call now.
Oh man, that was
And on and on and on. And we had a blast. I did the Chargers for 17 years, and then I went to Seattle, did the Seahawks, and did sports talk radio for 28 years. And love it, still would like to do it, but like I said, we're between jobs.
Right.
Hey,
Well,
Hacksaw.
Hacksaw, I can tell you that he let his hair go gray because of you.
You're my inspiration. You are.
Hey, Hacksaw, every time we have Cookie Chainsaw Randolph here, he talks about how he stole his name kind of from you.
Yeah.
not
You-
kinda.
Phoenix. We both worked in Phoenix, and by the way, you tell Chainsaw I'm still waiting for that royalty.
Yeah, you might need it.
Lee Hacksaw Hamilton, legend in broadcasting. Thank you, buddy. I want you in here. I want him in here. He's got to come in.
He grabs the beanbag. He's throwing it at the
kid.
porthole. It's just outside the porthole.
Love that dude.
Oh man, I remember walking the halls, the hallowed hallways of having Lee Hacksaw Hamilton. I just thought it was so crazy when I first
And then Jim Rome coming by the other way. Yeah,
Jim Rome was our traffic guy for a while. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
what happened to our career?
Boy, things didn't work out for him at all. Wow.
What's next for you guys? Are you going to do this until
death do you part?
The bitter end?
I'm doing it till forever.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of liking working from home now.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's
kinda nice,
That's a different deal, isn't it?
You guys were there for how long?
Just about 30 years.
How many?
30 years.
What are we at? 20.
4.
Oh my God. Okay, so at least
24.
At least 6 more.
At least
I want to at least tie you guys.
6 years.
Yeah, DSC hit 30. You guys almost hit 30.
We almost hit 30.
Yeah, that's almost out of reach.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal run.
But congratulations. I always remember
could,
looking at those ratings and seeing and just wondering, okay, let's open the book. Darn, Jagger and Kristi on top.
How would they do it? Maybe Jeff and Jared could have married each other and got maybe a little higher up the ladder.
Will you guys come back with us at some point? You guys are a
Of
pleasure.
course.
I'm
It's
such
been
fans.
so much
I can't believe I
fun.
actually got to meet you guys
Thank you for
off
having
there.
us.
It's been great.
Shout out to their producer, Sam.
Yeah, Sarah, thanks for coming. Hey, before
And Bodie.
Hey, Bodie, what's up?
Oh, that's right.
Bodie's nap time.
Got the shop. Before we get out of here, Rebecca Jade, will you do one more song for us?
Sure, we'd
John?
love to.
You're hired. Both of you guys.
So that's a wrap for the big show, huh? That is.
I know sometimes it's hard to recognize your power when all the world seems to be bringing you down. You want to hide behind the comforts of a lie to ease the pain of not believing you deserve the crown. Don't let no one take away your place in the sun. Don't let no one win your race. No, you've only just begun. Whoa, you can fight or you can hide, run away or take it in stride. Yeah, tell me what's it gonna be? You might lose or you might win, as long as you stand strong to the very end. Yeah, tell me what's it gonna be? Life has a way of seeming impossible, but keep holding on. Nothing today can keep you from a better tomorrow unless you let